The hungry ones. Ethan's little sister, Lily, had been acting strange. She refused to eat, staring at her food like it disgusted her. "What's wrong?" he asked. "They're hungry," she whispered. "Who?" She only shook her head. That night, Ethan heard shuffling in the hallway. He peeked out and saw Lily standing in front of the attic door, whispering. A soft scratching sound came from the other side. Ethan pulled her away. "Lily, who's up there?" "They said you'd taste better." Chills ran down his spine. He locked her in her room and grabbed a flashlight. He had to know. The attic stairs creaked as he climbed. The air was thick with decay. In the corner, something moved, a shape too thin, too long. It grinned, its mouth stretching too wide, its teeth blackened. Ethan turned to run. Lily stood at the bottom of the ladder, staring up at him. "I told you not to go." The thing laughed, a wet, gurgling sound. Lily's lips trembled. "Now they want you instead." The attic door slammed shut. Ethan screamed, pounding the wood, but Lily didn't open it. She only whispered, "I'm sorry." Then, silence. The thing crawled closer, bones cracking, breath rancid. Ethan wasn't hungry anymore, but they were. Whispered in the dark, Ben hated his new apartment. It was cheap, sure, but the air always felt thick, like someone was watching. At night, he heard whispering, faint, almost inside his head. One night, he recorded the sounds on his phone while he slept. The next morning, he pressed play. At first, just the rustling of sheets. Then, at 3:13 a.m., a voice. "Wake up." His heart pounded. He had never woken up during the night. He scrubbed through the audio. More whispers, then breathing. Right next to the microphone. Ben looked around, skin crawling. He was alone. That night, he set up his phone again, this time with the camera facing his bed. Morning came. He hesitated before pressing play. The video started normal. He slept peacefully. Then at 3:13 a.m., his body sat up. His head tilted unnaturally, like something was pulling the strings. His mouth moved, whispering words in a language he didn't understand. Then his head snapped toward the camera. A slow, curling smile stretched across his face. But his eyes were still closed. The recording ended. Ben felt like screaming. Then his phone buzzed. A new video. It was from last night, and it had been recorded from inside his closet. The smiling thing. Lena was 6 when she first saw it. A shadow in the corner of her room, grinning. She screamed for her parents, but by the time they arrived, it was gone. "It's just a nightmare," her mother assured her. But the thing kept coming back. By 13, she stopped telling anyone. No one believed her. But she still saw it, lurking in mirrors, hiding in the dark, always smiling. At 22, she convinced herself it was all in her head. Until one night, she stayed at her boyfriend's apartment. She woke up at 3:12 a.m., heart pounding. The air felt thick, heavy. Something was in the corner, watching. Then her boyfriend sat up, his face twisted into an unnatural smile. His lips stretched too wide, his teeth too sharp. Finally, he whispered in a voice that wasn't his. Lena scrambled backward. "Babe?" His body twitched, moving like a puppet on tangled strings. "You stopped looking for me," it rasped, "but I never left." Tears burned in her eyes. "What do you want?" His head tilted, bones cracking. "To where you next?" The bedroom door slammed shut, the lights flickered. And then, his real voice, weak and terrified from behind clenched teeth. "Lena, run."